September 1st, 1939. As German forces invaded Poland, the Second World War erupted, marking the beginning of one of the most devastating conflicts in human history. In the early stages of the war, the German army shocked the world with a revolutionary military strategy that stood in stark contrast to traditional stagnant warfare. This strategy, known as Blitzkrieg or lightning war, quickly established itself as a powerful new method of combat that overwhelmed Allied forces with unmatched speed and coordination. At the heart of this groundbreaking doctrine was a German officer named Heinz Guderian, often called the father of armored warfare. Guderian recognized the potential of mechanized forces earlier than most and fundamentally changed how wars would be fought. He wasn't just a tactician, he was a military theorist who dismantled conventional ideas of warfare and laid the groundwork for modern combat. Early life and military career. Heinz Wilhelm Guderian was born on June 17, 1888, in Kulm, German Empire, modern-day Grudziądz, Poland, into a family with a strong military tradition. Naturally drawn to military life, he joined the Prussian army in 1907, beginning his career as an infantry officer before transitioning to communications. This experience deepened his understanding of battlefield coordination and the importance of information systems. During World War I, Guderian served in the German Army's signal units. It was during this period that he witnessed the inefficiency of trench warfare and came to value mobility, speed, and inter-unit communication. These insights would form the bedrock of his future doctrine. The birth of Blitzkrieg. After Germany's defeat in WWI, the Treaty of Versailles imposed severe restrictions on its military. Despite these limitations, Guderian studied emerging technologies, especially tanks and aircraft, and envisioned a new kind of warfare. While most military minds still focused on infantry-based tactics, Guderian looked ahead, pioneering the concept of mobile, fast, and coordinated mechanized warfare. His most significant contribution was the development and implementation of Blitzkrieg. This wasn't just about using tanks, it was a comprehensive strategy, combining speed, surprise, and interbranch cooperation to smash through enemy lines and sow chaos in the rear. The core elements of Blitzkrieg can be summarized as speed and surprise, using fast-moving armored units to strike at weak points before the enemy can react. Combined arms, cooperation, coordination between tanks, infantry, aircraft, and artillery to support each other seamlessly. Communication and control. Extensive use of radio technology to maintain battlefield awareness and flexible command. Guderian codified these ideas in his seminal book, Achtung, Panzer, which became a foundational text in armored warfare theory and played a pivotal role in shaping the German army's armored tactics. The invasion of Poland. Blitzkrieg in action. In September 1939, the German army launched its first full-scale Blitzkrieg during the invasion of Poland. Guderian's armored units punched through the Polish defenses with astonishing speed. In just 4 weeks, Poland fell. The world watched in awe and fear as Germany demonstrated the devastating effectiveness of its new strategy. Guderian's forces didn't just defeat enemy troops, they struck at supply lines, communications, and logistical hubs, fragmenting Poland's military infrastructure and rendering organized resistance impossible. France 1940, Blitzkrieg perfected. The strategy reached its peak in 1940, when Germany invaded France. While Allied forces relied on the heavily fortified Maginot Line, Guderian led his tanks through the Ardennes forest, a region the Allies believed was impassable. Once through, Guderian's forces swept into the rear of the French lines, cutting off supply and retreat routes. The Allies were overwhelmed by the speed, precision, and mobility of the German advance. Within 6 weeks, France surrendered. Guderian's role in the operation cemented his reputation as one of the greatest strategists in the German military. Limitations of Blitzkrieg Operation Barbarossa. While Blitzkrieg saw early success, its limitations became clear during Operation Barbarossa. The 1941 invasion of the Soviet Union, the vastness of the Soviet territory, the harsh winter, and the determined resistance of the Red Army slowed German advances. Long supply lines and inadequate logistics eroded the speed that Blitzkrieg relied on. Guderian often clashed with Adolf Hitler, whose political interference and strategic overreach frustrated military decision-making. These tensions eventually led to Guderian being sidelined from commander casualty, not of battle, but of internal politics within the German high command. Legacy of Heinz Guderian. Heinz Guderian remains one of the most important and controversial figures in modern military history. His vision of fast, mechanized warfare not only shaped the course of World War II, but also laid the foundation for modern warfare doctrines. The U.S. military's operations in the Gulf War, for example, mirrored Guderian's principles of speed, surprise, and combined arms. His writings, particularly Achtung, Panzer, continue to be studied in military academies around the world. However, Guderian's legacy is not without controversy. While his tactics revolutionized warfare, they also contributed to immense human suffering. Blitzkrieg's success often came at the cost of civilian casualties and widespread destruction. Conclusion: Heinz Guderian was a brilliant strategist and a bold reformer who changed the nature of war. His Blitzkrieg doctrine redefined how battles were fought and influenced the evolution of military strategy throughout the 20th century and beyond. Yet his legacy is inseparable from the horrors of the war he helped wage. Though he is remembered as a military innovator, he is also a reminder of how technological and tactical breakthroughs in warfare can lead to devastating consequences. Guderian's name lives on in the annals of military history, not just as the father of Blitzkrieg, but also as a symbol of both innovation and the tragic cost of war.